Hello, I'm going to talk to you about the book report that I did. I did it on the book Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. I thought it was really good. I liked it a lot. It's kind of long. Kahneman starts the book. It has like 4 parts, and each part just really goes in depth about the human mind. And basically, in general, he talks about like how the brain is split into 2 sections, system 1 and system 2, and one system is about all your logical thinking and things you really think about, like you think about decisions before you make them, and then the other part of the brain is about the decisions you make on a whim without thinking about it at all, and you just kind of go with your gut. It also talks about by nature, humans are pattern seekers, and just a lot of little things about the human mind. And so I took away 4 main lessons from this book, and I think it can be related to just about anything. First, the most important things in life are often unpredictable. And this is important to remember, especially if you're an entrepreneur. You got to be ready for anything, which is what we've learned in class. Second, our minds prefer the familiar over the true. People tend to assess the relative importance of issues by how easily they are retrieved from their memory. And this is largely determined by the extent of coverage in the media. So that's how I related it back to the media. And then third, we are blind to our own blindness. And this just reminded me about, okay, I don't know if y'all seen that gorilla video where there's like 2 teams, one dressed in black and one dressed in white, passing a ball back and forth. And the viewers had to count how many passes, but halfway through the video, a gorilla walked through, and no one noticed it at first until it was pointed out to them after when they were shown the video again. And they refused to believe that the first time they watched the video, they thought it was like a different video and that the gorilla wasn't originally there. So this just proves that we can be blind to the obvious, but we're also blind to our own blindness. And lastly, the entire foundation of this book is that studying our own faults is incredibly difficult. One of the most important quotes Kahneman wrote in this book was, "The premise of this book is that it is easier to recognize other people's mistakes than our own." So, in conclusion, I enjoyed this book a lot. It was definitely worth reading, and I would recommend that everyone read it. There's so much to learn and so many lessons to take away from it, and it can be related back to almost anything. I learned a lot about myself while reading it, and it definitely exceeded my expectations, because looking at it initially, I thought it was going to be extremely dull and boring, and my dad actually recommended it to me to begin with, but it turns out this is one of the best books I've read, and it had tons of useful information in it, so yeah, I would recommend it to anyone. Okay, that's all. Thank you.